Morning Fractal Effects team. We're just in the middle of the morning setup. We should be getting a downward. We're looking for a sell-off from here. I want to see if I get a foothold. If you're following along with us today, make sure you're doing a demo account. This is for educational purposes only. We are not financial advisors, and this is not financial advice. So far, no 1M fair value gap created here, but we had a downside expansion. Our range is not fully finished yet. We're still following the blue zone model. We have some divergence here where the stronger pair, US 500, which did not sweep the lows, is now slowly becoming the weaker pair. It is unable to take out these highs. So as soon as we see a 1M fair value gap, that could be our signal that this thing wants to push down. If they give us that, they could just drop this. We had news today at 10 o'clock and also at 8:15 Eastern Standard. And we have a clean MM to the downside after hitting a daily fair value gap. Now there's a lot of boxes painted in here, but that's just so I know certain levels on the 5M. So now if US 500 takes this, that'll break the divergence. You'll see a shift happening where this is becoming stronger again. Which is not what you want to see because this thing could just push up from here then. So we just took those highs. This is why it's imperative to wait to see if you get that foothold. So NAS unable to take these highs, still the weaker pair. Now they're engineering new liquidity here. There are people going short from here off the NYC fair value gap, and there are people going long after seeing this signal off of this fair value gap right here. We're about 4 minutes away from range formation. This late in the game when you have a downside expansion model and a clean MM to the downside after hitting a higher time frame PD array, I would rather just wait for a confirmation or a double break to the upside because we're still in reversal territory here. Now, if you look at where these two are sitting relative to each other, here's US 500 on the right. About to take the highs and give us a double break to the upside. Now keep in mind, once we cross that other side of the MM and we take liquidity, as mentioned mentioned before, NAS did take out London lows. It's technically done. It could reverse, but you want to proceed with caution. If we jump back up to the 5M here as well. See, there's the NYC fair value gap that I marked. A little easier to see here. There's the blue zone and the DSD low. We did violate it. I do consider this a violation. And then there's the bottom of the range. As you can see on the 5M, NAS never really gave us a entry here. US 500 didn't create any foothold either. So this is the first 5M that's beginning to, just closed it off there as well. Close to getting a double break here. NAS still the weaker one, still stuck down here. Get rid of some of these boxes here. So we're pushing past not only the NYC fair value gap, but also the 5M fair value gap that set up our clean MM to the downside. So this was the first fair value gap that was created after the uh, morning manipulation, and it never tapped it. It just dropped. We took out London lows, and now we filled it in. And that's the last stronghold right there. There was a bit of a volume imbalance there. So if it pushes past this, then US 500 might be pulling us both up. Then our target becomes the consequence encroachment of this daily fair value gap, and then the highs right here, 4-hour highs, or I believe that might even be, yeah, that's the 4-hour highs. But again, be cognizant, you're still sitting in that NYC fair value gap. We have no foothold. There is no 5M fair value gap created to the upside. And we've had no double break to the upside yet from either asset. "22 seconds left. I think this fair value gap will stay open most likely. That at least becomes the first foothold that's been created. Now we're really stalking this thing. No 5M fair value gap created here. Now if you look here, the weaker one, NAS, has already taken the highs here. Let's see if US 500 does as well. These are the kind of divergence signs you want to look for. You want to use them as confluence. They're not the be-all, end-all. But when you start seeing a shift, like the stronger pair becoming the weaker pair, those are telltale signs that they do want to drop it, or they could drop it. Just be cognizant of it. Of course, now that we've violated this 5M fair value gap, I would want to see another one to the downside. Okay, now we're getting that shift where the stronger one is now becoming the weaker one. Let's see how it does at this 5M fair value gap, which wasn't even created over here. Let's see if it respects it or violates it. Already we've pushed past through it, but let's see if it closes and creates a 5M bearish fair value gap. So far more confluence to the downside. Unable to get past this NYC fair value gap. That was the final stronghold right there, and it held, or it's holding, I should say. We also have a purple zone under us, but we violated the DSD twice and left this long wick. And keep in mind, Tuesday, there's a 70% chance Tuesday will set the low for the week, and if it doesn't, Wednesday could. So Tuesday, yesterday, we had a bullish day. It gives more cadence to the downside, but we'll see. Now they're going to most likely play this fair value gap for a bit. Let's see. Still need to see a 5M bearish fair value gap now if this thing is going to push down. Or it could just drop like that. But again, without a foothold, we don't care. I'm going to consider this violated. Back at that inverse. Paint this back just so we have an idea of exactly where we're sitting. Still no foothold, no 5M fair value gap created yet. Let's see if it closes under 6 o'clock. 4-hour candle consequence encroachment. About 3 minutes, 52 seconds left. I want to see if this fair value gap stays open. It looks like they're going to push them most likely both down from here. Really want to see this close under here. That would show that the stronger one is becoming weak. It's leaving bearish fair value gaps and unable to get above. So it closed in this fair value gap. I want to see if this inverse fair value gap holds. This being the weaker, the stronger pair, we want it to not be able to get over this inverse. So that's a good sign, but let's see what this next candle does. We want to see it start to displace. We don't want to sit in this one zone for too long. Just want to see on the 5M. So this is a good sign. The weaker pair took the high of this candle, and US 500 could not. Just looking for that push down now, that displacement. Still a lot of resistance to get through. We have the DSD low and the blue zone. We want to cut through that as quickly as possible. If US 500 takes out these lows, it's a good sign. So you want to see US 500 take these lows, which is close to doing, not quite. That would show us a shift in momentum where the stronger pair, which did not take out London lows, is now slowly becoming the weaker pair, which could drop them both, and we're right at the NYC fair value gap. Just gotta be patient. There you go, that's a good sign. Took out that low. We are still sitting inside of a 4-hour fair value gap. Got to proceed with caution, but I think we're going to run these lows at least. And then there's another 4-hour fair value gap down here. That's the bias right now. No confirmation. Let's see what US 30 is doing. US 30, similar. We had a clean setup to the downside. No bearish 5M fair value gap was created though. And then we did not take the other side. And we're still stuck at that NYC fair value gap as well. So again, they're playing both sides, and who knows how long they'll play them. But I'd like to see these lows run and this 4-hour fair value gap down here hit, but let's see. So even if NAS runs these highs, as long as US 500 is now unable to get above here, it's still giving us more confluence to the downside. They'll most likely hold it up here for a little bit. Let's see. Maybe a power of 3. Where both pairs are unable to get past this blue zone now. The blue zone right here and the blue zone right there. It's the US 500 that's going to tell us what's happening next. Even if this sweeps these highs, I want to see if US 500 gets above this inverse fair value gap. If it doesn't, then it's just signaling a drop. We do have a purple zone right under us as well. We're wedged right between a blue zone and a purple zone. US 500 still the weaker of the two now. With each candle, it's taking the previous high. US 500 still frozen there. I want to punch past this fair value gap as quickly as possible. I'll close down here to really show a bearish momentum. Because right now the only 5M bullish fair value gap that was created is being used as an inverse on the pair that used to be stronger. Looks like NAS, they might run this one up here, take out this liquidity. But I'm more interested in seeing if we pass this fair value gap or not. So these highs are these highs up here. NAS looks like it's just almost taking those. But if this candle closes under here, it's a good sign that they want to push both these down. They're just collecting some last little bit of liquidity on NAS. We'll see. Okay, there goes those highs. Now what are they going to do here? This next candle will tell us everything we need to know. Let's see if we get an immediate rebalancing candle here and an engulfing on US 500. Two minutes 47 seconds left. Doesn't look like we're going to get that immediate rebalance. Left this 5M bullish fair value gap open. We could get a bullish confirmation. Do want to wait and see this candle close. 2 minutes 27 seconds left. Still the stronger one is weaker. we didn't get an immediate rebalancing candle there. This thing could be pushing up from here. 13 seconds left. Still yet to take out these highs though. US 500 takes this high here, most likely pushing up. Gonna get rid of this inverse and just concentrate on this 5M fair value gap here. See if we cut through that. Same thing here. Get rid of this. Focus on this one here. So US 500 taking out those highs now, or almost. Yeah, there you go. See if we get a double break. Now if all of a sudden US 500 gives us, takes out these highs, that's the weaker one now becoming stronger again. Not quite yet. This could give us our bullish confirmation as well. Yeah, the faster this one takes these highs, should push, or rather pull NAS with it. We want to see a double break and a retracement. So we've already had an early retracement here. As soon as we do get that bullish confirmation, it can use whatever the first fair value gap is that it finds. Could be down here. A little over 15 minutes left in our stream. Still a whole bunch of nothing here. We need a double break here now in order to, and a bullish confirmation in order to really frame this for a run into these highs. This was the weaker pair, so we need this to take the high first. And since it's already done an early retracement, it could use this fair value gap or just run after it gives us that confirmation. This late in the game, we need at least a bullish confirmation. I don't like this as well. This is just ridiculous. There's no need to hold it here. This has nothing to do with buying or selling pressure. Well, 14 minutes left in our stream, whole bunch of nothing still. And that fair value gap right here. So, as mentioned before, since we've had an early retracement, we would have liked to seen a bullish confirmation first or a double break before it hit this fair value gap. We have no final setup here yet. Yeah, none of this means anything to me until we get that bullish confirmation or double break. This is just a whole bunch of teasing, technically. A lot of back and forth. Look at this. They keep switching as well. As far as divergence, it's not usually a good sign. Right now, NAS has become the stronger one. It didn't take out this low right here. But US 500 did. Also, this candle did not take out the previous candle's high, whereas NAS did. So this is showing us that the weaker pair is becoming the stronger pair now, which could pull them both up. Nine minutes left in our stream. Still no confirmation, still no double break to the upside. Remember, until we get that double break or that bullish confirmation, we have to trust the range model. So we had a downside expansion model coming in from Asia with a slight upside expansion here. We also bounced off, we disrespected the DSD low, but then it eventually came back and rejected, took out those lows, closed here. But without that bullish confirmation or double break, we can't start buying this market. This is still giving us more of a bearish setup, even though you see all the green up here. It's the daily fair value gap. We're unable to get above this. We've already had an early retracement. Usually when we get that early retracement, you do not see another consolidation phase. One minute left in this candle. Right now it's disrespecting this fair value gap. US 500 already close to this one. The only thing that sucks is now that it's done all these early retracements, if this thing is going to push up, it's going to do it without us. It's going to just fly right through here, give us that bullish confirmation, double break, but it'll most likely just continue to run. That's not what we like to see. We want to see a confirmation, then the retracement, so we can actually jump on board. This will be our last 5M candle. Looks like it's starting to give a 1M bullish fair value gap, but We can't buy this market yet. Yeah, no, this is sloppy, messy. This is not what we like to see. Look at this. That many back and forth, that much sloppiness. Look at this. Never took a TP. Never took out this low, then came back up, didn't take out that high. Came back down, didn't take this low, came back up, didn't take this high. This late in the game, just ridiculous to see this. And no confirmation yet. Check US 30 for a second here. Same exact thing. Look at this. Just muddied waters, no confirmation. Look how tight this range is. Just stuck between two blue zones. No double break. No sweep of the low. This thing could technically drop off here. That'd be sad. It'd be sad because it didn't give us a proper foothold when we were looking for it. And now it's going to be past our window of opportunity. But that's one of the reasons we wait. If it creates a 5M bearish fair value gap, this thing's most likely going to push back down again. And we won't have any opportunity to actually see that because it'll be past our window of opportunity. So this will be our last candle, 1 minute 55 seconds left. I don't think we're going to see a setup here. Please make sure you check us out on fractaleffects.com. This entire week, as mentioned before, is non-farm payroll. A lot of high impact news drivers this week. Proceed with caution. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you know when we're live. We'll be live again tomorrow, same time. It's 1 minute 21 seconds left. Sadly, it didn't give us anything. Twenty-nine seconds left. And that's our time. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day.